Hello and welcome back to Techno Sajin YouTube channel. So we got some news regarding S26 series and S26 Ultra basically. And regarding S26 series, we are going to get might be a not so delay. I made a video where I said there is a delay and the Exynos, not Exynos but Samsung S26 series will be launched by the end of February, but that might indeed not happen, as there might be an announcement by the end of January 2026 and availability with mid-February. And S26 Ultra could still come with Snapdragon SoC, while that of base S26 and the S26 Plus will come only with Exynos 2600. And do note, we already know that Exynos 2600 is looking good, and we had a kind of a history with Exynos that it doesn't perform good with thermal throttles, but the new heat dissipation technology that Samsung has implemented in Exynos is looking pretty nice, and there's no thermal throttling at this current point of time. So let's just hope it performs good in day-to-day life also on S26 and S26 Plus. But if you want S26 like Snapdragon part, then you definitely need to go with Ultra variants. And also the delay is supposed to be because they introduced S26 Plus at the last moment, so that's why there is a delay, because there was only going to be S26, S26H and S26 Ultra at the start, but now they brought back S26 Plus. That's why there was a delay. Speaking of S26 Ultra, we are going to get some major changes to the S26 Ultra family. Regarding the camera sensors, as the hole punch on the front is going to be larger. It is 85 degrees. It's going to be wider, as you can see on the screen here. The larger hole punch reportedly makes room for a wider 85% field of view, up from 80% on S25 Ultra. And as you can see on the screen here, S26 Ultra, it's literally looking pretty big compared to S25 Ultra over here. And on the other hand, the resolution will be also increased. There will be rear camera trick, as the 200 megapixel main camera and the 50 megapixel ultra wide sensor is going to be remaining the same, while the 3x telephoto lens is possibly using a new 12 megapixel ISO sensor instead of the older IMX574. And also the new sensor is actually 1:3.94 in micron compared to 1.1 to 3.52 inches. So, and also the 200 megapixel camera sensor is going to get increase in the aperture, so that is also getting an increase. Along with it, there will be an increase in there is a setting which has been enabled, or which you can be enabled using a plugin on S26 Ultra, and that plugin is going to be that for 24 megapixel images, because unlike Apple does it where the sensor takes the 24 megapixel images, but Samsung doesn't do it on Samsung. If you take the images from your main camera, it just default it to 12 megapixel, but with this setting you can enable it so that you can take a 24 megapixel image, and that image will have more details and more details regarding your subject. So yeah, you can enable it in the settings, but you need to tinker it manually, and then it will be available forever. But that's it from me today. What do you think about the new sound? Of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.